Welcome back, guys, to another Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video. Today we're going to be doing a complete guide overview of Ultimate Gohan. We're going to be going over his combos, his strings, his special moves, his skill set, and everything in between to get you guys as prepared as you can be to go into ranked with Ultimate Gohan. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what character you guys want me to do next. We are going to be trying a little bit different of a format as the G4 video, so let me know which format you guys like more. And with that being said, grab your senzu beans and let's go. Gohan's first string is going to be square triangle. That is going to be the little up kicks right there. There is no extension on that. That is all that string is. If he presses just square, then he'll do that. His second rush string is Ki Boss Cannon, which looks like this. That is when you hold it. You can also just tap it. So if you're behind them, you can use that as an extender. You tap it, and then you can keep pressing square to keep your rush string going. But in the front, you want to most likely hold it unless you're trying to mix them up. Another thing you can do with Ki Boss Cannon is you can follow it up with a smash attack that looks like this. The way you do that attack is to do square, square, triangle. Make sure you hold it completely, and then press down triangle, and that'll do that little smash follow-up. You also have this little turnaround right here. That is with square, 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 triangle. That'll do that turnaround move right there. You can hold that for it to be a guard break. That'll look like this. If they try to block that, that will guard break them. And obviously you get the turnaround if it doesn't go through the block. You can also choose to flip them around twice with that move. If you press triangle twice, right there, that is what that will look like. Or you can also choose to just end your combo with that and flip them around and then pop off with triangle, triangle, square. That will look like this. And that's what that will look like. And you can't really do much off that, but you can get some Oki since you're right here. If you're on the ground, you can get some Oki with that and get some pressure on them and keep it going if you don't need to key charge. His final string that we need to go over is going to be his 4-hit, which is this little gut punch that does paralyze the enemy. That paralyzer, if you don't charge it, looks like this. But if you do charge it, it goes through guard. So if they try to block that hit, they will get guard broken. Or if they try to block high or low, they will just get hit by the gut punch. Now, when you charge this gut punch up enough, you have enough time to go behind them with this. So that's mainly the use for this, is you want to try to use that to try to get behind them. If you are able to get behind them without it, then you just use it in your normal combo. As an extender, you just tap it rather than charging it, and you can keep your combo going with that. Those are pretty much all the uses for his gut punch, but you do want to be careful that when you're charging it, people can sidestep it very easily. They can set up a perception, perfect dodge, perfect counter, perfect block, etc. Now, the other general string he has is obviously Grand Slasher. So off of a Grand Slasher, he can also do this. And that attack is after Grand Slash, you press triangle, triangle, square. That will go ahead and do that little follow-up combination right there. Good little mix, nice little damage, results in a down slam. Other than that, Gohan has a couple different approach options. When he's out here, he can come in with a bunch of Ki Blast spam like every other character. Or you can dash in and do a punch. He can do that as well. Like, let's say you get to sidestep, you can go ahead and punch them if they're in the middle of an animation. Once he is in the melee range, though, he can also get this little triangle kick. So, like, let's say you're here, boom, you get a gut punch. Let's say you get a sidestep, gut punch. Sidestep, gut punch. He has that as an option as well in the mid-range. And then, obviously, when you just dash in, he has that little kick that he can use to extend into a combo. Those are his little Russian options when he's in the close range and you're approaching somebody. Another thing you can do with Gohan is if you're in like mid-range and you approach, you can do a sidestep, and then you can follow that up with that little chain that we talked about earlier, where you can do triangle, triangle, square, and it will do that little follow-up. So if you want some quick damage, you can get that. But if you get this gut punch, I would highly recommend you go through with a full combo because it does have a lot of hit stun on it. You can even charge that up as well, get an even longer hit stun. So I would recommend doing a full combo, but if you need something quick, you can do that. And go for this, which is a nice little pressure, and then you can go ahead and do what you want to do with them after, because you will be behind them. Other than that, Gohan has a very good perception. Every time he percepts, you get a gut punch as well that you can use to sidestep and then get behind them and keep comboing. So that is another good thing about Gohan, is his perception is very, very good. Now, Gohan can do the same thing as every other character, where off of a grab, if you do land one a grab, you wait just a little bit, and you can go behind the opponent, and just as they're recovering, you can extend into it a combo off of his grab. So that is another tech that you can do with him off of his grab. His grab is not a bad grab where you are not able to do that. Most characters in the game are able to do that precision. But we do have an overall combo guide with every character that you guys can take a look at, which we'll go over that more in detail if you needed to. Now we're going to take a look at Gohan's skills here. He has a pretty standard skill set, very similar to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He has a Wild Sense, which will automatically dodge a single melee attack from the opponent, which is a lie. This basically dodges any attack from the opponent, whether it's a Ki Blast or a melee. So if somebody was to hit you with, let's say, a Kamehameha at point blank range, you will dodge that attack. It, for some reason, considers that a melee attack, and it will dodge and try to counter attack. Same thing with if they try to rush in on you, this will go ahead and dodge that as well. So Wild Sense is very good as a counter to special moves if you are able to have it active. Only thing is it does not work against unguardable attacks, but other than that, it's very good. So let's say a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta point blank range tries to ultimate you. We can go ahead and try that out on Super Vegito here. We're going to be right in his face. And let's go ahead and set our training settings to complete maximum. So we can go ahead and show you guys here. And we will set, let's pop our Wild Sense. Let's say you have Wild Sense active. And we will set Vegito to do a ultimate attack here. And he should just do an ult. There we go. And we have our Wild Sense active. As you see right there, it does go ahead and dodge and try to counterattack. That is what Wild Sense is really good for. If you have it active, if somebody's trying to Ki Blast spam you can have Wild Sense active. And Wild Sense will not proc on their Ki Blast, but the moment they ult you or hit you with a special move, Wild Sense will go ahead and proc. So you have that as an option defensively. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to pop Wild Sense against somebody who has After Image, because it will force you to counterattack, and then After Image will proc, and then they'll be behind you, they'll be giving you back shots. So it's better to just play defensively normally and don't use Wild Sense if they are using After Image Strike. But in most other situations, you can pop Wild Sense and get a free counter hit. But be careful, because if your opponent knows that you have Wild Sense active, they can just vanish the Wild Sense, and then they get a free combo. So you have to be very smart with Wild Sense, because a lot of people who are better at the game will punish you for it, but a lot of bad people you can exploit it against. Other than that, Gohan as a standard auto sparking mode. This doesn't give him too much crazy things. He has a standard Beam Super and Super Kamehameha. A pretty standard rush attack in Fierce Combination. Right there. It's not too fast. It's not too crazy. It doesn't do too much damage. But you can also not follow it up with another beam after, even if they're in the air. Let's go ahead and do that here. So obviously this does knock Vegito a little bit to the down. So we get that off. And when we try to Kamehameha, it does work. But it is something that you have to be a little bit higher in the air for to do. But you can do that, but you'll most likely be able to recover from that depending on what they have up. And then as far as his ultimate goes, it is not too fast. It's not too crazy. It's just a standard Russian into an attack. But it has some decent speed, much more than his Fierce Combination, of course. His animation's a little mid on it as well, but, you know, it is what it is. But it's just a standard ult, does 21k damage raw. You can combo into it for like 30k damage. Sometimes 40, really depends. But that is pretty much his kit. He can have a maximum of 5 Blast Talk. And there's not much else to really discuss with this kit. We'll go ahead and take a quick look at his stats, and then we will hop into the combo guide. So here we have the sheet pulled up with all the stats for the characters. And Ultimate Gohan is at number 65 with 492 for his strike, 390 for his defense, 3 health bars, 7 DP, 492 for his bonus health, or 492 for his 492. So we have Ultimate Gohan here, who has 492 for his strike attack, 390 for his defense, 3 health bars, 7 DP, 492 combined for his attack and defense, and no bonus HP, putting him at a total overall of 492, which gets him a spot at 65 on the overall stat tier list. A couple characters that are definitely noticeably better than that stat-wise, but for the most part, this is where Gohan is at in his stats. He has a decent kit, but nothing too crazy. When you look at these top tier characters here, a lot of these characters have very good stats with very good kits, so you have to keep that in mind when you're rating these characters. So that is where Ultimate Gohan places on the stat leaderboard. With that being said, let's go and take a look at some combos and then get in some gameplay. So for Gohan's combos, you're looking at a starting option of he can either do this as a Ki Blast Cannon to try to mix them up. You could go Ki Blast Cannon into the heavy finisher. and do that. And then you have some Oki pressure. You can try to get behind them from there. That's one option you have. You have this as a mix option that you can extend off of. So if you get a high attack, you can do that as a mix option. And then you can start your combo chain from there. Then his third option is going to be this turnaround. You can charge that up for a guard break or just turn them around normally. Either way, you can use that as an opener for your combo. You also obviously have his gut punch, which is his best opener. If you can get that off, you get a free back hit combo on them that you can lead into. And that's pretty much it, man. That's how you're going to start his combos. If you're like mid-range, fighting range, you can dash in and go for a gut punch. If you can sidestep and go for the gut punch. So you have those options as well to really open up your opponent. Also, if you land the gut punch, you can just go for the heavy finisher on that. And then you get the back hit combo right there. When they get back up, they're going to be facing away from you. You get a back hit combo from that as well. Get some quick damage as well. That is another option you have to start your combo. Now, if you're starting your combo in the front, I would always recommend you either go for the heavy finisher right there or go for the turnaround as your starter, because that will allow you to open up the back shot combo, and that's where you really want to be. So once you're back here, what you want to do is you want to do your 5 rushes, and after your 5 rushes, you're going to do your follow-up, which is going to be your X. 5 rushes, X. And then you want to do 5 rushes, X, and then either up or down square to mix up your opponent with your timing. Because if you just do normal square, it's always going to do this. Normal square will always do that. But you can also mix up the timing by doing up square or doing down square. This is going to be down square. So you can use that to mix up the timing and make it harder for your opponent to super counter you. Now you can do that twice, which is what we're going to do. There we go. And then now the last increment of your combo is going to be incorporating all of your rush chains that you haven't used. So if you use this chain at the start, you're not going to be able to use that again. Or if you use this chain at the start with the gut punch, you won't be able to use that again. Whether that is from you rushing in or something else, you won't be able to use. Even if you use perception, that gut punch chain will be unavailable to you because you already have technically used that in the combo. So that will be out of the question if you use it earlier. But if you have not, then your normal combo will look something like this from the back. If you haven't used anything to get behind them, if you got this with a side step, this is what you would do. That would be a nice little finisher right there. That gets you some pressure as well. Nice little 15k damage. But you can also do that into his up strike combo, which is just a standard. You launch up with up triangle, and then you just press square if you want to go for a normal fall down. Or you can launch them down by pressing triangle in the middle of this string, and that will do a hard knockdown on them that they then have to recover from. So that will look something like this. So if you're starting a combo from behind them, you can go ahead and finish it off with the gut punch, and that would be the ideal situation. So that will look something like this. And that gets you a little knockdown right there that you can then come up and you can start pressuring your opponent with. If you start the combo from the front, this is what it will look like with a turnaround, which is what the ideal situation would be if not for the gut punch. That is what they would look like if you started with a turnaround right there for your combo. And if you started with the gut punch, it will look like this. There you go. That is what it would look like if you try to use Ki Blast Cannon instead. You could also do the Ki Blast Cannon finisher, which will look like this. And then that does place you behind them, so when they recover, you can go ahead and catch them with this. And since you're behind them, they cannot block. But that does entirely depend on how they decide to recover. But that is what the Ki Blast Cannon finisher will look like on that combo. That is pretty much it for all of Gohan's combos. Then if you were to do a grab combo, that would look like this. Let's say you land a grab. You wait for them to recover. Get behind them. You do your normal chain. You can do something like that after your grab combo. You could always extend it more if you want to, but you have to be very careful because that does mean more super counters. You can also do this if they're a little bit in the air. So if you have the opponent a little bit in the air, what you can do is you can go for a down grab, and if they fall for that, you can go ahead and grab them off of that, and then you can combo off of extend off of that as well. We'll go ahead and do that here. Make sure you guys get the full example. So here, let's say your opponent is here in the air. You manage to land this on them. You can go ahead and grab them off that. That is what that will look like. You can extend that more if you want to with your other combos, but I would not recommend doing that as it would result in a super counter. But that is something you can do if you're mid-air and they fall for the grand slasher. Like let's say you dash in, go get the grand swipe. You can get that, and then you can just go ahead and grab them off that. Be careful because it does only work from the front, but you can do it from the front and get that going. But you do have to practice your timing because you have to do it at the right time. Otherwise, they will just fall out of it. That is pretty much everything that you need to know with being able to combo for Gohan. With that being said, let's get into the showcase.
これがポタラで合体したお父さんとベジータさん？さあ、ご飯。俺が相手になってやる。かかってこい。
All right, we got a Super Vegito for our first match here. Let's see if we can cook. All right, lightning step. Let's keep going here. Nice, we got the guard break. Nice, good perception. We'll do the full combo here. Nice, good sidestep. W sidestep from us too, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Nice, good super counter. And there we go. All right, buddy. Okay. All right, you gonna dash me? Okay, man. You're. I think you gotta hit the lab with Super Vegito if you're losing that hardly to Ultimate Gohan, buddy. But all right, that's just me. Let's see if he decides to rematch. Spoiler alert: he probably won't. He probably fucking won't, man. That was my first ever ranked match with Ultimate Gohan, by the way. Yeah, not surprised. Let's go on to the next one.
これがポタラで合体したお父さんとベジータさん？さあ、ご飯。
All right, we got an S3 Super Vegito Merchant here. Let's see if we can cook him. All right. Dude, where's my perception at, man? Let's go ahead and end the combo there. He recovered. Let's go in. And after him, it's like, all right. We needed a super counter here. And then he popped the second one. Yep, and we lose because we cannot beat the after image strike merchant, man. That is what it is. 30 seconds of being able to dodge anything we do to you hurts a lot when we're better than you at everything in the game. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's go to the next opponent because we are actually trying to get good matches and not things that put us to sleep.
お父さんとベジータさん。さあ、ご飯。俺が相手になってやる。かかってこい。
Alright, here we go. We click rematch on accident, so we're gonna have to fight this pussy again. Let's go for this. We have way more ki than him here, so we should be okay. And then he's gonna pop after image after this. We don't have enough ki to stop him. We already popped him, man. Well, he has enough time to pop another after image because every single time he vanishes, he gets more ki. Okay. Yeah, not much we can do, man. Especially if we don't get a super counter. Yep. After image strike doesn't need a nerf, guys. Even if you know how to counterplay it, it doesn't need a nerf. Top 10. I've heard top 10 people say that, and it's like, dude, just because it has a counter doesn't mean it's fucking doesn't need a nerf, man. Let's go ahead and skip this match so we can actually go play a real game. Alright, third match. We're going up against the same guy who we re-queued into after we didn't want to rematch because he doesn't play the fucking game. But it is what it is, man. We gotta fucking play the game, man. We have more ki. He's gonna pop after image here. Yep. Yep. Fucking stupid, man. And then he can ki charge for free. And we're forced to do this. And he has more ki than us because he can charge and we can't stop him. We can do a singular fucking ki blast because we have to preserve our ki. Because if he gets close, then we have to deal with that. And now all of our health's gone because he has fusion stats too. And he has another after image because he gets after extra blast stock from fucking dodging, man. Isn't this fun, guys? Isn't this fun? Dragon Ball Legends is the passive play though. Yep. Dragon Ball Legends is the passive play though. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What a fucking joke, bro. What a fucking joke of a character. We're gonna go ahead and do one more match, and hopefully we find somebody that actually plays the game so we can actually show Gohan and show off how good you can be with him and win against high tier characters that don't have a cheese skill. All right, let's go. We're going up against a G4 here. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's go for the combo. Nice. He's super countered. That's W. Nice. Super counter. Nice. Perception. Nice super counter. Okay, bro. All right, well, now we gotta dodge this if we want to win. Otherwise, we just lose because he has a sparking mode that he decided to bop. And we lost. Played better than the whole game just to lose because he got an auto sparking. Nice. We'll go ahead and rematch the guy just to finish this match. But this tells you how much it's not even a character difference, bro. You could literally be playing like equal characters. It's just a cheese difference, bro. If you're willing to play cheese, you can fucking cheese people, but nobody wants to play fucking skill, bro. Nobody wants to play fucking skill. Let's go ahead and do this match, finish off the video. I hope you guys see that Ultimate Gohan's actually a pretty decent character, but you know, you got to be willing to use the cheese, man. I'm not trying to use sparking mode and shit. I'm just trying to throw hands, man. I'm just trying to throw fucking hands. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Where we go? We got the combo going. That should have percepted. That was bullshit. Seriously, dude? Suck my fucking dick, brother. Yeah, man. Yeah, now you're trying to key blast cheese me? Seriously? Yeah, bro. Yeah. Whatever, man. Whatever. I hope you guys saw the game. I hope you guys enjoyed the Gohan gameplay. That's how it goes, man. We got one match against G4 where we won, so you guys can see like if you just play better, you can still win. It's just a matter of like you gotta be on point, bro. You gotta lock in. But with that being said, this is Aizen signing out.